pull that pin out. What a waste. So we got a pretty good storm the other night. We had 80 to 100 mile an hour winds is what they said. And it took out the electric fence. I think something's grounding out. So we're gonna walk around this and see what's grounding out and check on the buffalo. That's one problem. It's touching that barbed wire. See right here, we've got another problem with it. And got all the barbed wire hung up. This is actually pretty tight, but 80 to 100 mile an hour wind can't withstand that. Yeah, I got caught up in this barbed wire here. It's all grounded out. Caught it over here too. That wind was just crazy the other night. It took and blew my 500-gallon poly tank up into this corner right over there. Pushed this poly tank all the way into this corner and pulled all this rope underneath it. So we're gonna move this back. Yeah, I took this thing all the way across the field and busted that PVC valve off. So I'm gonna have to repair that. What's going on, guys? My name is Noah Gordon and this is Broken Arrow Bison. If you haven't noticed already, this is my nephew Truxton. He came all the way from Virginia to help me work fence. So we are out here in southeast Kansas working on the buffalo ranch. We went over the fence a little bit. We had a crazy storm the other night. It actually was, they called for 80 mile an hour winds. Some of the guys that live down here say that they've never seen a storm like this, and they say they think it was closer to 100. So I don't know if it was or not, but there was a lot of damage around. We didn't really sustain very much damage. We have some of the fences down, just the temporary stuff, what I can tell so far. We haven't walked the whole thing. But everything else seems pretty good. It's just grounding out, and we'll get this fixed and be back online shortly. Well, some of you guys guessed it. There's the buffalo ball, all collapsed. Storm did a number on it, took it into the fence, and I think, I don't think it's puncture proof like they said. I don't think we even need to check this fence, honestly, the permanent fence, but we're gonna do it anyway. We found some wires on the temporary one that went around the barbed wire. Quite a bit of it was wrapped around that barbed wire, which will ground it out and shut it off. So normally we've had it up there for a couple weeks now and it's been fine, but 80 to 100 mile an hour wind, that temporary fence has some trouble with that. What a waste. Coyote didn't even play with it. You can see the big old gash right there.
Poor ball.
Definitely not puncture proof. So have you ever been around bison much, Truxton?
No.
No?
I've been around like other animals, like plenty of goats, but not bison.
Yeah? Do you feel like they're a lot different than goats?
Much bigger and fuzzier. You said bison are really shy, right?
Yeah, they're pretty shy.
Well, they look, to me, they look much scarier to cows, but I have a lot of bad experiences with cows, like chasing me and trying to kill me.
Yeah?
Wow.
Cows can do that too?
Seem pretty nice.
What seems pretty nice?
The buffalo.
Buffalo.
Bison.
The bison seem pretty nice?
I don't know what they're called.
Well, that's kind of argued. Way back when we came over to the Americas, we came over as settlers and we said that they were buffalo, and then the Indians started calling them buffalo, and then the scientists came over and they said no, they're not buffalo, they're bison. So they started interchanging the name buffalo and bison, and a lot of the Indian community, from what I understand, still calls them buffalo because they honor their ancestry that way. So it does get confusing, buffalo or bison. The technical name is bison, actually.
Bison.
Their trachea is 4 times larger than any other land mammal their size.
Yeah.
Proportionate to size. So that means they can take on oxygen really fast. So they can go from 0 to like 30, 40 miles an hour like that.
That's scary.
All right, so you want to do this one now?
Try.
Okay, so pull that pin out, go like that,
Okay.
and then push over to your way, just like we did with the other one.
Like this?
Yep, push it real tight to the post. You got it. Push hard, hard, hard. And now you're gonna kind of push that way towards the T-post. And push this way with this hand. Push in this way and push this way at the same time. Almost there. Good job.
There we go.
And this snaps all the way over.
Okay. Just put it in here.
Yep, you got it. And put that pin. Good job. We just had a insulator break. All those ones that I bought were really brittle, so they're just kind of breaking one by one and we're replacing them. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. We just had that one pasture up top that was, I think, the culprit. We had a couple broken insulators down here, but they weren't causing any issues, I don't think. So what grade are you in?
Well, I'm going into 7th.
Okay. Cool. What's your favorite subject?
Lunch.
Lunch? Mine too. Mine was recess.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I had recess.
Yeah?
Or nap time.
Nap time? When did they get rid of nap time?
And like once I came out of preschool. How do you tell which one's like which buffalo? How do you tell them apart?
You know how my face looks different than your face?
Yeah.
That's how.
Well,
they all have different personality traits. So, like for instance, you have Red Prairie right here behind the bull, and her horns are a little shorter.
Yeah.
Strong Wind right in front of him, her horns are a little larger.
Yeah.
And both those two girls, they both hang around Coyote, Walking Coyote. So
the big one?
Yep, that's the bull right there. That's Walking Coyote. So Black Feather, she's the darkest.
Yeah.
She's got a big beard on her. And then you have 93. Obviously you can tell from her tag, but she's White Feather.
Okay.
And you just can kind of look at her stance, her stature.
Yeah.
And then you have Little River right in there, and she's the littlest one. Okay. And she tends to stay towards the back. So, kind of makes sense? Chickens are easier?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't tell chickens apart.
Well, for me, it's their like colors, and one of them we can even tell like which one it is just by the egg she lays. She always lays these really long double yolks.
Yeah, but what if she's out in the yard and she's not laying an egg? How do you tell the difference?
Like just her colors are different.
Guess that's one way. Yeah. I can tell buffalo apart. You can tell chickens apart. So Trux, can you whistle?
Not very well.
No? Bet you if they see that white bucket, they'll come.
Okay.
So let's see what happens.
Well, they were coming.
Take a handful. Don't touch the fence, but just throw it right out there.
Can I throw it like through?
Just throw it through it.
Alright, so it's like right here?
Yep. There you go. Take a little bit more. Keep going. They're all coming in. Then just throw it right where you want them to go. Wherever you want them to go, throw it there.
They're so cute.
Throw some over here so these guys can get some. Throw one handful out to 78. Right. Black Feather. Yep, just lob it. There you go. Good job. Throw it wherever you want them to go.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people say that buffalo are crazy to raise and they can be uncontrollable. I would beg to differ right now. You know, work with them, train them, and this is your result. A 12-year-old boy can have them come wherever he wants to. So what do you think, Trucks? You think they're scary?
No, their really big eyes are cute. They're so fluffy.
Yeah. Trucks calls them my big fluffy cows.
Big fluffy shy cows.
Big fluffy shy cows.
Mama cows aren't shy.
No.
Mm-mm.
He asked me earlier in the pasture if they were like cows and how cows would run you down. What were you saying about that one time?
It was protecting its calf, I guess, and it started running at me.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Ran forward. Probably should have run into the woods because there was a lot of woods, but I kind of just ran because it was my sister and her friend as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were all running. I was in Crocs and I lost them. I got just stepped in a big mud pit and it just got sucked off.
Did you get away from the cow though?
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. Well, you probably learned a good lesson that even cows can be a little dangerous sometimes, so you always want to respect them. So what is your favorite thing about these guys?
Their big eyes.
Their big eyes. What is the scariest thing about them?
The full-grown buffalo I've seen, they get really big.
Yeah. Do you know some of these guys can get like 3,000 pounds?
That's a lot.
Yeah. Guess how big these guys are?
Like how much they weigh?
Yeah, guess how much they weigh.
Like, I'm guessing the biggest one probably weighs like 500 maybe?
Yep. Yeah, he's about 500 or 600 pounds, and the rest of them are about 450 or about 500 pounds. Not very much.
Mm-mm.
So imagine a 3,000 pound animal when you see these guys.
Pretty big.
Their shoulders stand like 6.5 foot tall.
Really?
Yeah. Most of the time, you're not going to see an animal that big, but
Yeah.
it can happen.
I mean, that'd be pretty scary.
Yeah. Be pretty cool to me. I'd like to have one. Coyote is looking really good. He's got his whole coat off from the last year, and he's got his winter coat going, and it looks really, really healthy and thick. Some of these other guys are still working on theirs, still losing their coat, but it won't be long. That is Red Prairie. She's a feed hog like Coyote. And Strong Wind. Here's the pop quiz. Can you name each individual buffalo?
That's something walking coyote.
Yep, walking coyote.
Okay, and then the far one over there is it Red Prairie?
That is White Feather.
White Feather. Okay. One of them's name is Red Prairie. Right?
Yep, Red Prairie. Red Prairie is right here.
The really small one. And I don't think I can remember the rest. They all look pretty similar to me.
We've got Black Feather right there.
Okay.
She's got the big beard.
There's Black Feather and
And
White
then
Feather.
Little River on the far back end. And then we have Strong Wind right beside Coyote right there.
Okay.
Strong Wind and Coyote really stick together. White Feather, her foot is doing good. She's, I would say, recovered 100%. We're gonna have Doc look at it this fall, but everything else looks good. How hard was it to call the buffalo over, Trucks?
considering I can't whistle and just had to shake the bucket, pretty difficult. It took them a while to come over.
Did they come over exactly where you wanted them to, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once I started throwing the stuff down.
Yeah. It's kind of fun watching them come over where you want them.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about working with buffalo? Think it's fun?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just like seeing them is neat.
Yeah. Well, guys, I appreciate you watching our video. This is Truxton, my nephew from Virginia. I appreciated his help today. Went around and checked the fence, fed the buffalo, and got the fence back online. So everything is going good. Unfortunately, that buffalo ball has popped. So I never got to see Coyote play with it. I don't know if he ever did. It never really moved much, so I don't think he really did, but who knows. Maybe we'll get him another ball in the future, and maybe we'll see if we can make it a little bit more tough. I know that you can put a cover over that and make it a little bit more tough, so I don't know. Maybe we'll mess with that in the future. We'll see. Thank you for watching, guys. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out our merchandise on our website, brokenarrowbison.net. My name is Noah Gordon. This is Truxton Young, and we will see you next time.